Hello and welcome to Clash PvP. This is the first video I'm making for this channel, so just to tell you a little bit about what I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on talking about Tier 1 Frigate, Tier 1 Destroyer, low-sec solo PvP. That's pretty much the main thing I do. And for this first video I thought I'd just go over my playstyle, because it's kind of a playstyle I haven't seen many other people doing or talking about. It's not like super different to other playstyles, but it's got its own advantages and benefits to it. So basically this playstyle is one where I am a low-sec pirate, I target anything I can, and I try and remain ISK positive purely from the piracy. Which means obviously looting the wrecks of people I kill, but that doesn't really earn you enough to pay the bills, so to speak. So in addition, I look out for and loot wrecks from other players that they've left behind. This is surprisingly effective. You can earn seriously good money doing this. You can find 5, 10, 20 million in a wreck quite frequently. And if you're sticking to tier 1 destroyers and frigates and occasional faction frigates and pirate frigates, you can stay pretty ISK positive once you know what you're doing. And it's especially useful actually if you're a new player, because if you're a new player and you're using ships with only tier 1 modules, your ship might only cost 3 million, and then you find one wreck with 10 million in it and you've paid for 3 ships already, so it doesn't even matter if you lose your ship. So just to get into what I do, firstly where I play in Old Man Star and around the Galente Caldari faction warfare area. And so there's basically a lot of good areas around here. So my favorite areas to play are between Tama and Old Man Star, including Old Man Star. And there's various areas around here as well which are also good. I don't really play in Tama all that much, because Tama is basically filled with dudes who are very experienced, excellent PvPers, and groups, so it's a death zone, you know. Or even if it's not groups, as soon as you're fighting someone, there's another guy who on his own who's going to come in and finish both of you off no matter what happens. So I go into Tama occasionally, but mainly I play and get kills around Old Man Star, Haydelise, Fleet, and there's a few other areas around which I won't get into now. But yeah, you get the idea. So now just to show you a few things about how I play, just need to show you the overview that I use. It's not the best, it's not necessarily the best overview, but there's a few specific things that are very useful in this playstyle. So I have this general tab here. You can see it's got all the usual things, stations, stargates. I use the sun as a kind of place to warp to in systems where I don't have a safe spot. And I have obviously the faction warfare locations where most of your targets will be. And the important thing about this one is I have general, and this includes wrecks. So when I scan on the scanner, I can see all these wrecks. I can see that there's some wrecks that I might want to try and loot. But then I also have general no wrecks here. So when there's too many wrecks, when my scanner is cluttered, I can just click on general no wrecks, scan again. Now I can see, look, there's a breacher, I might be able to kill him. A catalyst, can't go home, but you get the idea. So that's a very important part about the overview, is to have the wrecks on your general scan so you can see, okay, a Mar Cruiser, I wonder where that is. Is it at the open? Nope. It's not going to be at the small. It's probably at a medium, which has already been completed, so it's gone. So I can't get that, but it is what it is. So just to talk about scanning, some scanning tips. I'm not going to go too in-depth here, I might make a more in-depth scanning video at another point. But how I scan, it's, you know, I go on no wrecks first, I scan, I see that we have a breacher I might want to try and fight, and then I go through the faction warfare locations first, because 9 times out of 10, that's where your targets are going to be. If there's somewhere where you can kill them, they're going to be at one of these outposts. And I use the hotkey, so I use C to look at track, sorry. Press C, and then I just press V to scan. So it's very quick to go through and scan the various locations and see if there's any targets there. Now as a new player, you're going to be wanting to focus on tier 1 frigs, and you're probably going to end up losing your ship a lot. But the good thing about this playstyle is it's actually quite fun looting wrecks and earning money while you're doing it. So even if you're losing ships more than you're killing ships, there's kind of a thrill in finding wrecks and looting them before you get caught and all this kind of thing, and getting those good loot drops. Sometimes you'll find faction warfare modules worth 50 to even 100 million, and as a new player, I mean, it's a great way to earn money. So the last thing to talk about is the logistics of this playstyle, because as a pirate, or really anyone, you kind of want to be able to deliver ships and retrieve your loot to take back to Jita in an efficient manner. So what I have is I have an alt character. It doesn't take much training, it's an alpha alt, doesn't require you to have a second paid account, and I just have a bestower. I actually use tier 2 expanded cargo hold, so I get over 15,000 cargo, but tier 1 gets you over 10,000, so that means you can carry 2 destroyers or 4 frigates, or 1 destroyer and 2 frigates, which is pretty decent. If you train for tier 2, I don't know what you actually need for tier 2, let's have a look. Okay, you just need hull upgrades 2, so you can spring for tier 2 pretty easily, get 15,000. You might want to add a damage control and some shield boosters, extenders here, so that you don't get ganked, suicide ganked in high sec. But yeah, then you can easily deliver your ships and retrieve your loot. Let's just have a look here. So I have my own corporation, so I store my loot in the corporation hangars. I've got a little bit of loot there. I've got some modules I'm going to use, which I've looted, and some ammunition and that kind of thing. So the last thing you might want is a scout alt. So I have a scout alt which just sits near the Stargate, the Velour Stargate into high sec, and when my logistics ship has arrived or gets to Velour, I quickly log on to my scout alt and check to see if there's any gate camps, because if there's a gate camp and you're piloting a industrial, you are dead pretty much 100% of the time. So you have to just check that, because you could lose quite a lot of ISK if they catch you when you're delivering a load of ships. So that's it for this video. I'm going to be making more videos on this channel focusing on this type of PvP, this play style. In-depth guides, tips and tricks, and just videos showing some of my fights. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment, all that kind of good stuff. Thanks for watching.